Hi everyone, my name is David from freelancerinsights.com, where we believe you should never stop learning. In this video, we are going to test how fast my website loads. And basically the reason why we're doing this is because you may want to know how to test how your website speed is, and you probably need to know what you need to tweak so that at least your website loads in about 2-3 seconds there or less. Welcome to this video. If you're new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. I do tutorials like this and anything that I learn along the way in these online ventures that I'm into. So my website, as I mentioned, is freelancerinsights.com, and basically it's just a simple WordPress blog where I share some of the few things that I do that I feel that people need to know. And it's just basically that, nothing more, nothing less. So what I like to do is I like to start off by testing how fast the website loads, and basically we are going to do it using 3 websites, and I'll need to copy the URL. So just select that and click on copy, and then the first website we'll go to is GTmetrix. And for GTmetrix, it tests how fast your website loads so that you can see what you can tweak to improve the load speeds, what you can change and all that. And I'll just paste in my URL, and once it's pasted in, ensure if you have a secure website, that is the one with a padlock, to always ensure that you load it as HTTPS, because that is what is going to give you the most accurate result of what people are getting. And then click on test your site. Normally it takes just a couple of seconds depending on the number of people who are in the queue. And for this, since it's the free version, the server that is used to test is located in Vancouver, Canada. So basically it's still analyzing, generating report, and once it's done, you'll see that the website loads in about 2 seconds. The size is about 314 KB, and I can attribute this to the theme that I'm using, GeneratePress, which is a very lightweight theme that I'd recommend, and you can check it out from the link in the description below if you'd like to get it from GeneratePress. So basically you get to know what you can tweak to improve the load speeds. And the one thing that I need to do is just enable Keep Alive. Now basically what this means is that this is a recommendation that the server that I'm using should enable Keep Alive for me, so that the website doesn't have to send a lot of requests, especially on HTTP and HTTPS kind of requests. So if this was done from the server side, then probably I'd get fast loading speeds for my website without maybe I'd probably be about 1.5 or 1.3 seconds. And maybe serve scaled images. When I look at my images and I know the size, I don't think they are really that heavy duty. So if I just need a few more tweaks, I'd probably get a green as well on the serve scaled images, but this is not much of an issue. But if your website is slow, most of the things that really slow down your website include images and styles and JavaScript and all these things, minifying, CSS, JavaScript and HTML. That's what really results in slow speeds. And I'll probably do a follow-up video to show you some of the few tweaks. I'll just throw in a couple of things on my website, and then we start tweaking from the report that we'll get. But maybe if people are interested, kindly comment below. I see if anyone is interested in me doing a video of how I optimize my website to get to about 2 seconds of loading speed. Now that's GTmetrix. So we've seen it. Now if we look at other websites and we look at Pingdom, which is a website speed test website, and paste in our URL again, we can decide where we'll want to use the server we want to use from this. So let's say we want to just use this one from USA, Washington, DC, and click on Start Test. What I've noticed with tools.pingdom is that sometimes there are varied results depending on the location of the server. So if your audience is somewhere in the US, you'd want to get a hosting company, which is also a very big determinant of how fast your website loads. as close to the US as possible. So if we look at now what we have with Toolstorm Pingdom, the website loads in about 1.16 seconds. So basically it's a little bit faster. The performance is 87, and what they are also saying here, or recommending for me to do, is make fewer HTTP requests and add expires headers. Now basically these are things I've tweaked, but my server, since it's a very slow server and I'm on a shared connection, unfortunately there's nothing more I can do about it, because I cannot enable Keep Alive from the server. I've tried it from the host file to enable this, but it's not possible until they enable it for me. But since it is a shared connection or shared hosting, the local websites most of the local companies that we use don't allow that, due to maybe putting in too much traffic or burden on the servers. So I'm okay with that, but I'll sometime later I'll move my website, and then once we do that, you can see that if it's Keep Alive, it's the HTTP requests, and if we just did that, reduced that to almost maybe 2, I'll probably be seeing a load speed of about 1 second. Now this is good, and all this comes down to doing some simple tweaks and optimizations to get this kind of speeds. And you can always check all these reports so that you can see what is going on. What is content size by content type. So images tend to be like the big determinants of the size. For example, if for this page is about 201 KB, if I'd probably use a CDN, I'm not using a CDN, content delivery network, to do some of these things, I'll probably be getting maybe 100. So that would probably mean my speeds would be much faster. That's Toolstorm Pingdom. You can always just do that, GT metrics, to see what you're getting, if it's going well across the board. And finally, we can use good old Google to test, and we can paste in our website and click on Analyze, so that we see the results on mobile and the results on our desktop, how fast the website loads. And it's not bad. On mobile it's about 92, and if you scroll down you can see when everything starts coming in. Now if you see, they're saying I have a slow speed, but either way it looks fast. But what you can see here is that they are all saying almost the same thing. Eliminate render blocking resources. Now this can account for almost 1 second faster if I did this. And this, since I know this is an issue with the server, then if I moved my website to a new server that allows enable Keep Alive, then it would be possible for the website to load faster. But basically at the moment I really don't mind about that. Maybe later on, once I've done some few extra tweaks. Now for the website, on the desktop the load speed is at 99, and it looks good. The insights gets a score of 99 over 100, so that's good. Then part of this I can attribute to the what is it called, the theme that I'm using, GeneratePress. And basically GeneratePress, it's probably one of the best lightweight themes that you can get out there. It's fast, it's lightweight, and even if you did not know how to build websites and don't want to do a lot of tweaks, you can just purchase the premium version, and you can check out the link in the description for an updated pricing. Sometimes they do have offers, and when you have offers you can check out from my affiliate link in the description below. And this is what the site library looks like. You can just check them out, so that you can just do your website in record speeds. Now basically this video was about testing how fast your website loads, and we've seen that my website is loading pretty fast. So if you wanted to test any website whatsoever, this is the same process that you'd use to see how fast websites are loading in different spaces, if they're doing better than you, if they're doing something that you might not be doing. but this is one of the ways that you can do it. And mostly you'll find people using GTmetrix, tools.pingdom, and PageSpeed Insight. And as an addition, you can use Think with Google Mobile Test, and this will also give you some results, especially if you're geared more to mobile users, and most people access content nowadays using mobile. So if I just paste in my URL again, we see what kind of results we'll get with Think with Google, test my site, because we want to compare our mobile test speed to what others have in the field. And if you don't know, the average website loads between 2 to 5 seconds, and after 2 seconds, chances of somebody leaving your website are very, very high. So if you look at the Think with Google test site speed, it says that my website loads in about 2.9 seconds on a 4G connection. That's what and it's slow. So basically what I'm trying to say is that depending on what you use, you'll get different things, and you can get optimization. You can get recommendations on what to optimize. So you can ensure text remains visible during web font load, define new CSS, define off-screen images, eliminate render blocking resources, and you can still generate a report into your inbox and all that. So basically that's it on how to test how fast your website loads, that is your WordPress website, using GTmetrix, tools.pingdom, PageSpeed Insight, and addition Think with Google, test my site. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, never stop learning.